Hello students, today we are going to discuss your chapter number 5, periodic classification of element, class 10th. You can see the picture of the scientist Henry Moseley, who invented your modern form of periodic table. So let's start the lesson. Now when we say periodic classification, a question comes in mind, why classification is required of the elements. So the answers are, without the classification of elements, it would be extremely difficult and time consuming to individual study the chemistry of all the elements. बिना क्लासिफिकेशन के बहुत ज़्यादा टाइम लग जाता है और डिफ़िकल्ट था किसी भी एक इंडिविजुअल को उसको पढ़ने के लिए. Hence, to simplify and systemize the study of elements and their compounds, they are classified into groups and periods. So let's see how this classification started. Early models of periodic table, there was a scientist named Dobnez. He arranged groups of 3 elements with similar properties in order of increasing atomic mass and call it triads. And he also showed that the atomic mass of the middle element is approximately the arithmetic mean of the other 2. You can see from the table, he find out 3 triads: lithium, sodium, potassium, calcium, strontium, barium, chlorine, bromine, iodine. And if you see the second point, that the middle element is having the average atomic mass of the first and third, like lithium is having 6.9 and potassium 39. If you add up and divide by 2, you will get 22.95, and the sodium atomic mass is 23. Likewise, calcium and barium add up is, you are getting 88.65, and strontium is 87.6. So these are the 3 triads only he was able to find out, and this was the only limitations of the Dobnez triad. Next was the Newland's law of octave. He was the one who prepared the elements according to increasing atomic masses and said that the physical and chemical property of every 8th element are similar to that of first. So he arranged the octaves in the series of 8 notes of a musical scale like that: sa re ga ma pa dha ni. If you can see in this, if we take hydrogen as first one, then fluorine will be the 8th one. So according to his principle, that hydrogen and fluorine will be having similar properties. Likewise, if lithium is your first, then sodium will be 8th one. So likewise he arranged these elements. But why I am saying but? Because there are so many assumptions in this and so many limitations for this. The first is, the law was applicable for elements with atomic mass up to 40. That means atomic number 20, that is calcium. Properties of new element discovered did not fit into the law of octaves. When the new elements were discovered with properties, we were not able to keep them in this periodic table. In few cases, Newland placed 2 elements in the same slot to fit element in the table, like cobalt, nickel have been placed. Helium also grouped unlike elements under the same slot. He also grouped unlike elements under the same slot, like fluorine, chlorine along with cobalt and nickel. Now 12 horizontal rows which were condensed to 7 rows known as periods and 8 vertical columns known as groups. This was the new periodic table made by the Mendeleevs. Group 1 to 7 subdivided into A and B subgroups, while the group 8 does not have any subgroups, and elements in the same group exhibit similar properties. So Mendeleev actually done 2 things. He arranged on the basis of atomic mass. Second thing, he made the reaction of every element with oxygen and hydrogen and seen what kind of oxide and hydrides are formed. You can see he made around 8 groups, and out of these 8, 7 are divided into A and B subgroups, while the 8th is not divided. And in every you can say periods, he also made some first series and second series like that, and you can see that every group element are forming the same kind of oxides and hydrides. So he given the journal formula for this. But his periodic table was very much good, but because of some limitations it was discarded. Now achievements, first we study achievements of Mendeleev periodic. A systematic study of elements was there. Elements with similar properties were grouped together. That made the study of their chemical and physical properties easier. Correction of atomic masses, placement of elements in Mendeleev periodic table helped in correcting the atomic masses of certain elements. For example, the atomic mass of beryllium was corrected from 13.5 to 9, and similarly atomic masses of indium, goldium and platinum were also corrected. Next is, the third point was Prediction of properties of yet to be discovered element. This was a great achievement of this Mendeleev's periodic table. He left spaces like name Eka boron, Eka aluminum, Eka silicon that were to be given to the new discovered elements. And later, when the properties of these elements was also predicted by the Mendeleev. So the elements when discovered were named scandium, gallium and germanium respectively. Placement of noble gases when discovered that there was placed easily in a new group called zero group of the Mendeleev without disturbing the existing. That means at the time of Mendeleev's prediction, noble gases were not known, but we can say that when they were discovered, they can be easily placed by keeping at a zero group on the last without disturbing the whole periodic table. Limitations of Mendeleev periodic table were: first, position of hydrogen. Hydrogen resembles both like the alkali metal, that is 1A, and the halogen, that is 7A. So Mendeleev could not justify his position. You can see from the table. Position of isotopes. Atomic weight of isotopes differ, but they were not placed in different position in Mendeleev's periodic table. You can take the example of chlorine 37 and 35. Anomalies in the pair of, that is cobalt, having higher atomic weight but was placed before nickel in the periodic table. Placement of like elements in different group like platinum and gold has similar properties were placed in different group. And cause of periodicity. He could not explain the cause of periodicity among the elements. Why there is a properties repeats. That was not able to explain by him. So the modern periodic table came, and the modern periodic law says that the physical and chemical properties of element are the periodic function of their atomic number. Earlier it was said atomic mass. Now the cause of periodicity is also cleared by it. It is due to the repetition of same outer shell electronic configuration at a certain regular interval, because we are having the same number of outer shell configuration which we see in the groups. Periods in the modern periodic table, elements present in same period have the same number of shells which is equal to the period number, while on moving from left to right in a given period, the number of electrons in the valence shell increases from 1 to 8 while the number of shells remains the same. When we say number of elements in a period, the first period contain only two elements, that is one hydrogen and second number helium, and it is known as the shortest period of your periodic table. The second period, that is lithium to neon, and third sodium to argon, contains only 8 elements and it is known as short period. The fourth and the fifth contain 18 and are called long period, and the sixth and also known as the longest period, while the seventh is incomplete and still being made. So this is about the periods. Next is classification of modern periodic table. The modern periodic table is also classified metals, non-metals and metalloids. Metals are electropositive and they form bonds by losing electrons. In general, they form oxides of metal are basics in nature. Non-metals, they form by electronegative as they form bond by gaining, and the oxides are generally acidic in nature. Metalloids, the outer elements which show the properties of both metal and non-metal and are called metalloids or semi-metal, like boron, silicon, germanium, arsenic, antimony, tellurium and polonium. You can see from the periodic table also the different metals, non-metals, and these white portion you can see are the boron, silicon, germanium, all are the metalloids. So this is the modern periodic table having 18 groups and 7 periods, and these lanthanide and actinides which are in the group third have been placed at the lower end. Next is trends in the modern periodic table. We have to study the different properties, how they behave when we go left to right in a period and in a group. In a group, elements have the same number of valence electron. You have to remember this thing. If we are talking of a group, all the elements having the same number of valence electron, and down the group the number of shells increases. While in a periods, element have the same number of shells, and along the period valence shell electron increase by 1 unit each. You can see valency variation in valency. Valency of an element can be calculated from the electronic configuration in two ways. First, valency is equal to number of electron if they are 1, 2, 3, 4, and valency is equal to 8 minus number of valence electron if they are 5, 6, 7, 8. So you can see from the example of second period, if they are 1, 2, 3, 4, then the valency and valence electron of the element will be same, and if it is valence electron are 5, 6, 7, 8, then you have to do 8 minus the number of valence electron, it will come out to be the valency. So these are the two methods of checking. All the elements of a group have the same number of valence electron, therefore they all have the same valency. In case of group, the valency remains same, while in case of period, it first increases then decreases. You can see the chart also of the 20 elements which we have to learn. These are the atomic number, number of protons, number of electron, electronic configuration, and number of shells, outermost shells. If you talk first, second, third, okay, you can easily see it. It is written how much number of electrons are present in their outermost shell. Variation of atomic size. So what is atomic size? First we have to see that atomic size, it is defined as the distance from the center or the nucleus to the valence shell of an atom. You can see this is the yellow box is the center, and the distance from that yellow box to the outermost is known as the atomic radius or atomic size. Next is along the period when we go, atomic radius decreases because effective nuclear charge increases by 1 unit, and it pulls valence electron or the electron cloud closer to the nucleus. This is known as nuclear pull, which is increasing, and it is calculated in picometers, the atomic size. So down the group, atomic radius increases because new shells are added, hence the distance between the nucleus and valence electron or the electron cloud increases, and this is known as shielding of electrons. Because as the number of shells are increasing, you can see from the pictures, these positive ions are present in the nucleus, and these reds which are having a shield in front are actually the added shell, you can see. So this is helping these electrons from the pull. That's why when we go down the group, the atomic radii increases. As you can see from this also, atoms in period, this is the radii. As I told you, it is calculated in picometers. When we go left to right in a period, it is decreasing, and when we go down in a group, it is increasing because of the shielding effect, and this is from the effective increase in the effective nuclear charge. So in case of period, you have to remember increase in the effective nuclear charge, and in case of group, you have to remember because of the shielding and screening effect. Next is variation of metallic properties. When we say metallic properties, along the period, metallic character decreases because the tendency to lose valence electrons decreases due to the increasing nuclear charge. So metallic property is the tendency to lose valence electron decreases due to increasing nuclear charge. That means when we are going in a period left to right, the metallic property is decreasing, while down the group, as the distance between the nucleus and the outermost electron increasing, nuclear pull decreases, and this increases the tendency of an atom to lose valence electron, hence metallic character is increasing. So metallic character in a period decreases, in a group it increases. Next is variation of non-metallic properties. Along the period, non-metallic character increases as the tendency to gain electrons in the valence shell increases due to increased nuclear charge, and down the group, as the distance between the nucleus and valence shell increases, nuclear pull decreases. This decreases the tendency of an atom to gain an electron and its valence shell, hence non-metallic character decreases. So these are the two main points. Along the period, non-metallic character is increases because tendency to gain electron is increasing, while down the group it is decreasing because tendency to lose electron is increasing. So non-metallic character in period increases, down the group decreases, opposite of your metallic character. Next is variation of electronegativity. Electronegativity, actually, if you see this picture, you will see it is the attraction force of the element. This is the element which is more electronegative, attracting the electrons. So along the period, because it is surely dependent on the attraction force, so non-metals are having high electronegativity. That's why the electronegativity increases as the tendency to gain electrons in the valence shell increases due to increasing nuclear charge. While down the group, as the distance between the nucleus and valence shell increases, nuclear pull decreases. This decreases the tendency of an atom to gain an electrons, hence electronegativity decreases. Hope you like this video and explanation. Thanks. Do subscribe for more videos, and